everyone. Raise your hand if you're an entrepreneur, a business leader. Who wants to earn more than they do now? I know, I do. Imagine this, if you were offered $1 million for a business right now, would you take it? Yeah. But what if you were asked to return $2 million in just 1 year? Are you still sure about your choice? Are you actually ready for it? Which fears stop you right now? Let me guess. The toxic whisper in your head asking, what if I'm not enough? What if I look stupid? Maybe it's a joke, yes? And I know this voice, and I'm here to tell you, these fears is the only one thing between you and your growth. But let's be honest, sometimes it's not about only social fears. Sometimes it's simple lack of knowledge. You can be the most confident person in the world, but if you don't know how to build your unit economics in a business, your million will disappear faster than my motivation to go on Monday morning, yeah? And it's true, but here's the irony. That toxic whisper stops you from growing, and it stops you from learning. It says, why study? I will waste my time and my money. I know this voice. I have same whisper every time when I want to start new course. It's better to scroll Instagram, right? 100%. But listen, it's look like a box in your office. It says success on it, but you too scared to open it. That's why I'm here. My name is Evgenia Krivova. I'm certified business tracker, mentor for international accelerators, and ICF coach. You know, I've spent 1,000 hours helping startups and business owners achieve incredible growth. And you know, startuppers are funny guys. They're the ones who are not afraid to take $1 million from an investor, and only then they do start wondering how to return to. It's funny, but it's true. But in reality, like in any business, they are fighting for survival every single day. They grow step by step, or they die. It's true. And you know, I don't use magic to help them. I use a system called growth hacking. Please raise your hand if you know what is growth hacking. Do you know? Sean Ellis created this term when he worked in Dropbox. Growth hacking means testing a small ideas for growth quickly to find what actually works. And I discovered that growth hacking is not just a tool for business, it's a tool for survival, for every single one of us. Let me tell you my story. As you listen, you will see when social fears are actually gone and how startups grow becomes a real tool for survival. It's very vulnerable for me because it's a very personal story. Thank you. Last year, my reality collapsed. A brutal divorce, no contact with my children, and I lost all support. I started to piece myself back together. But then, in December, I almost died. I was diagnosed with a benign brain tumor the size of a fist. Imagine the hospital room. You are lying completely naked under the thin sheet. All you can hear is the cold sounds of the machines. You see blood on the pillow, and you realize it's your own blood. Let me ask you something. What would you feel if you were completely naked in the hospital bed? No high heel shoes. My performance. No high heel shoes. No expensive suits. No iPhone and no beautiful thing. Just you. I survived the brain surgery, but for 10 days after, I could not walk at all. And day after day, I have to learn how to take my single step all over again. It was terrible, but you know, right there in the hospital, all social fears are gone. Because when you're lying completely naked and realizing you can't even move, you understand something very simple. The only one thing you truly have is what is inside you. You have nothing else. And with exactly what is inside you, you have to get up and keep going. And you know, when you're lying completely naked, you don't think, I look stupid, I'm beautiful, maybe I make a mistake, maybe I look stupid. No, you don't worry about making a mistake, because yes, you are not so beautiful and you look stupid and of course you are ugly and you made a lot of mistakes, that's why I'm here. But you don't worry about it. The only one thing you truly have is what is inside you, and you think about how to survive. There is no room for that toxic whisper. And when social fears disappear, you finally have a lot of energy to create and test new hypotheses for your survival. And it becomes very simple. Fail fast, start doing something, or die. And so, after that, there are no more fears, just action. You know, the US Navy SEALs have a great saying. In a crisis, you don't rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your preparation. It's exactly what happened to me. And thank God and my trainers that just 2 months before my surgery, I lost 20 kilos and built my strong body. And you know, my legs were ready to lift my body after surgery. And it's fact, to fix your life, you need a strong body, strong legs to stand up at first and then have the action. And because I'm business tracker, because I'm coach, I used my knowledge to stay positive, to program in my brain, to stay positive. And you know, I did not allow myself to be afraid. I did not allow myself to be afraid. And I choose only one focus. I want to live. I want to be healthy. And only one question, how can I make it happen right here, right now? And because I'm business tracker, I treated my recovery like a business launch. I use the key ingredient of growth hacking. It is a Hardy cycle. Do you know what is Hardy cycle? Raise a hand. Hardy cycle is very famous approach in the business. Hypothesis is your great idea for growth. Action, test in real life. Data, measure the result, and insights, what to do next. Your decision, what to do next. And you know, in reality, Hardy cycle is exactly like dating. Do you like dating? Do you like dating? I don't like dating, but it's very simple explanation. You have a hypothesis, this person is the one. You have an action, you go on a date. You have a data, your impression. If it's terrible, your insights is, thank you, next please. You don't cry, you just need a new hypothesis, a new partner, a new date. It's very simple, again and again, to find what you actually want. How I did use Hardy cycle in my recovery. In order to get my neuron system back on track, I tested 4 key hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, returning my dance classes just 2 weeks after my surgery would rebuild my neuron system. You know, people look at me, I was crazy. Maybe I was, but I knew music and movements was the best software update for my brain. Hypothesis 2, my doctor made me do squats like this on my tiptoes while holding 20 kilos. I thought he was trying to finish what my tumor started, but it worked. The pain sends the right signal for my brain to wake up my legs. Hypothesis 3, limping and shuffling, 5,000 steps every single day without support, but I imagined myself like I was walking like a model, like this, on a red carpet. And finally, my English learning hypothesis. Even me speaking to you in English right now is a hypothesis to activate my brain system. And I know my English today like fake it till you make it. No. But I'm testing my hypothesis on this stage right now. And I think my hypothesis is working. You are still here. And nobody has called the grammar police yet, yes? And look at me now, please. Just after 4 months after my surgery. And unfortunately, I have a problem with my health and I don't feel my left legs 100%. But look at me now. I'm here on this stage in my high heels. It's very important for me. And I think I look so beautiful, yes? And you know, hypotheses don't always work. Sometimes, sometimes. If you want to test right hypothesis, you must know your real bottleneck. Please ask yourself, what is stopping me right now? What is stopping me right now in my relationship, in my business, in my company, in my business team? It is a bottleneck. You don't need a fixed whole car if you only have a flat tire. Bottleneck is your flat tire. And you know, when I was in the hospital, I didn't test hypothesis how to find a new husband. Maybe I need, but no, it was not my bottleneck. What was stopping me was my body. And I tested hypothesis, squats, steps, and movements. I fixed my bottleneck. And the key this rule of growth hacking, find and fix your bottleneck. Do you know, what about you? Do you know what's your real bottleneck? What actually stopping you for growth? It's great if you do. If no, please, think about it. What's stopping you? If you don't know how to build your journey to your $1 million, please start with your body. I know. Now I know 100%. Your body is foundation of your growth. Start with only one thing you truly have, your body. And here is a secret sauce. Without it, growth hacking does not work. It is a discipline. And I know people believe discipline is ruthless. It's about suffering. But I believe discipline is not struggle. It's like a brush on your teeth. You don't need a motivational speech to do it. You just do it. And why is it so important? I understood it in the hospital. And when I worked with my text, I always cried in this part. It's true. Because before my surgery, I was doing hip thrust 100 kilos, with 100 kilos. And because my strong body, I managed to stand up almost immediately. But I saw other people who were not so strong. And I saw they were lying and watching me take my first step. And I saw their eyes. I saw how much they wanted to stand up and go outside for some fresh air, or just even walk along the hospital hallway. They wanted, but they couldn't. And I realized that maybe they never would. And it's true. Please do not wait for a hospital bed to realize your power. Do not wait for a crisis to make this choice. Do not wait until your competitors achieve what you're exactly dreaming about. Make this choice today. Pump your body, upgrade your brain, build that armor. Because when your body is unbreakable, your mind becomes unstoppable. I think it's very simple. It's just a choice. It's not struggle. It's quite consistent choice to a next step. Please stop waiting, start choosing. Remember my question I asked you at the beginning. Are you ready to take $1 million and return to? I think you have an answer. Fix your bottleneck. Find and fix your bottleneck. Please create and test hypotheses with discipline, and you find what actually works. And your million will be your reality. It's true, I promise. And if only one person in this room start doing 10 squats every single day after today, or if you go back to the work and test and create hypotheses, I will know my speech was worth it. Thank you.